Wow. Hi. Chance time here. Hope you're doing well. It's round 2 of Sunday stream. Let's go. Hopefully your stream doesn't keep crashing. Oh, it's been 5 hours. It's maybe the internet's fixed. Maybe the internet doesn't have problems anymore. Maybe white supremacy doesn't exist online anymore. Who knows? We'll figure things out. Anyway, hi. We're gonna do more blueprints. But so we could go and do like dare mode and or curse mode. But okay, so because earlier today we got to like got past the blue room in the basement tunnel. Then we opened up a box and it had a copy of the blueprints of the book Blueprints. We got a copy of Blueprints that we can gift to a friend on Steam. Anyway, so we read it, and then the box had kind of said like the game's over, and it's like okay. And so I did a bit of Googling to see if the game's actually over, and turns out the game's not actually over. That there's still stuff to do. And I didn't really know where to go with what to do. So I did a bit more Googling, and it's like, okay, you had to do this. And it's like, I don't know how 95% of players are supposed to figure this out. They're supposed to do this unless they like contact the developer directly or like look at IGN or something. I feel like most people who play this game probably cheated, so we're gonna cheat too. So I did a bit of stuff off stream because I didn't want to do it on stream because it seemed annoying to do, honestly. There just seemed to be a lot of really obtuse and tedious things to do. Especially regarding blue memos. Blue memos are so annoying to grind. We're not doing that. I decided to not grind blue memos. If we need a blue memo, we're gonna go online for it. So I don't know, I did a lot of reading. So okay, so it seemed like the next actually cool thing to do is to go to this one secret place that I think I did all the prep for. And then hopefully it's really cool. Apparently it's difficult, but also apparently fun. And this might be the actual last thing to do. Aside from dare mode and curse mode and all those other fun things. So we're gonna check it out. Let's see. We have Royal Scepter. I made a orange Royal Scepter for reasons. So okay, let's see. The only thing we have to do two things. One, we need to go to coat check, and then we need to go outside. That's not coat check, but we can get the puppy. Puppy's okay. Actually, can I just Banner of the King blue? Blue. Also, apparently, so in order to, one of the tedious things you have to do is you need to, involves finding the vault. But apparently, believe it or not, the vault apparently doesn't seem to count as a blueprint room, even though it definitely is a blueprint room. So it's yet another room that you need to find late game that you can't find based on its color, which is kind of annoying. So the first thing we need to do is find coat check to get watering can. And this watering can it's not an ordinary watering can. It's a special watering can filled with water from one particular location. Because apparently you need to do that too. I will say, for 75 hours of this game, I've really enjoyed it. And then like the last 5 hours of this game, I have not very much enjoyed it. I have found a lot of it to be obtuse and annoying. So we need to use the watering can. So we have the secret passage outside. We need to use the watering can filled with special water, which you know it's special for no particular reason. And then you need to water the book. And now it's a blue book. And then you pull on the blue book. And then it gives you a special blue door. Wow. And then this is apparently the fun new thing that I don't know. The atelier. The atelier? I don't know how this word is pronounced. You can't see it because my fat head's covering it. Oh god, what is this? So this may or may not be the final challenge. Oh no. It's just a bunch of blueprints. Before I click on anything, I'm just gonna see the prism. Green, violet, yellow, red, blue, orange. So that's prism key. Furnace, maid chambers. Don't go where the path leads. Oh man. 45. The library, the music room, the guest room, West Wing Hall. Oh, okay. Okay, there's a lot going on. The den. Ranks and files should be odd. 7 by 5, 7 by 7, 3 by 9, 9 by 5. Oh, that's when they were doing math. 12 dead ends. The pool. The pump room. And it's a door. Okay, in order to open this door, we have to do some puzzle. Okay, cool, check. What do you have? You have the observatory. You're just a house. You're left. Okay, well, I guess we're sitting down. Oh no, is the final sequence just about drafting? Is it the drafting quiz? Hold on, screenshot. When first I embarked upon this project, it was my intent to craft inviting rooms that might appeal to the citizens of the realm. I'd even secured an arrangement with a local firm which was to oversee the mass production of the floor plans. Yet now, after walking the halls of my work, I must confess that I have grown altogether too attached to these rooms. They've become a part of me. Knowing how little regard is often shown for that which I hold sacred, I find myself unequal to the selfless task of sharing them with the world. I am content with this resolution, for this house and the 45 rooms therein are more than the best work of my career. They are home. Lady Arave. Project completed November 1913. Wait, do I do anything? Wait, oh no, what do I do? Primary colors, 3 primary paths. Is this all just the planning? Oh, it just opens. Oh no, what have I done? Oh man. Test draft. Okay, hold on, we're screenshotting this. This, apparently, I tried not to read a whole lot about this sequence, but apparently it requires a whole lot of notes. Hopefully we don't need like footsteps or anything. But if this is the true common, it does require footsteps. Oh my gosh, it's a blue house. And everything is blue. It requires so many footsteps. Wait, what happened to my footsteps? They just went down by 2. This counts as a room? Oh, this is just a... It's a test draft. So this is, like, this little square counts as 1 room. And now there are lanterns? I guess I follow the lanterns? Okay, no steps consumed. Okay, that is an entrance hall. Yeah, that's test entrance hall, I guess. I kind of want to go in, but also... Wait, what happened? Okay, here's the lantern. It's a red lantern. Hold on. I don't know what's happening. We're screenshotting. We're going inside. It's gonna use a step, I guess. Oh gosh. Don't tell me we have to do new pictures. Anne and Kane. Oh no. Hold on. Then the music has gone. Oh no. Everything is different. Hold on. Everything has changed. We... Hold on, I'm duplicating. Can I duplicate this? Did that work? I don't know if that worked. That didn't seem to work. No, it's fine. Okay, we have Can and Kane in the entrance hall. The thing that we took a screenshot of earlier. Of the entrance of this place. On the main door. I just want to see if it had a particular layout. So I don't know if these rooms correspond to what already exists or not. So we'll see. So if these rooms already exist, then the room above will be gallery. Can't open that. Can't break that. Oh, there's a Morajai box? Why is there a box in here? I see tech. We're in a new zone that involved a lot of convoluted puzzle solving to figure out that I decided to do off stream. I cheated slightly because I was annoyed with the game. Not gonna lie. There's a Morajai puzzle? Okay, well, we're doing this also, okay. I need to write on my paper. One, two. Okay. Okay, we need to get all these to be yellow, right? This is just a standard. So blue copies. So yellow, when you click it, goes up. But they're already up as they can be. Black, when you click it, goes to the right and shifts everything. Green, when you click it, swaps to the other side. Blue, when you click it, takes the color or takes the ability of the color in the middle. So preferably we want yellow, yellow, and then to lower one of these yellows somehow. We could like shift this over now. That's not really that helpful. How do we want to lower a green? You can just shift. Oh wait, no, I did this slightly wrong. We just have to hold on. Just get you over here, okay, and now you're there. And now we move you, and then you move back. Oh, and now I messed up the top again. Huh. Actually, okay, it's kind of not that bad. You know what? We can just do this. There we go. Okay, and then inside we get lies. Oh, great. It has roses. We take a screenshot. Well, that's good to know. Okay, so mock entrance hall has a can and a cane, so that's E. And then we go out, and then this is gallery. Okay. Oh, and then I need to track the... I don't know what the goal of this area is, but this area is insane. Well, I guess we go into the gallery. It's a new gallery. They don't even have paintings on these walls. We have weight and 8. It's W. Do I need to be tracking the colors related to like in between the rooms? Probably. So in here's an orange. I'm just writing this down on my notepad. We have M, second letter O, Morajai, first letter O, second to last letter N, and a Morajai box. Okay, how many more Morajai boxes are there going to be? Okay, so we need to get the corners to be blue. This is the blue color. Okay, so we have to shift you over. Okay, so blue is now. we need to raise a few blues. But if we put blue in the center, hold on. You know what? Oh, what did I just do? No, I just messed it up. I meant to click on the corner. Instead, I clicked on the wrong thing. Whoops. Now I just need to do exactly what I just did, except not make a mistake this time. There we go. Now what do you have to say for yourself? Seek? Okay, we have seek lies. Okay. Well, we don't actually need to figure out, because there's no input for these. Well, actually, are these the thing? No, because this is second letter M, so it can't be think. This could be ponder. That can't be realize. And that can't be ruminate. But I don't know if the letters mean anything. Okay, this is just screenshot. And I don't know if we can... Yeah, we can't really interact with this room. Okay, and then between here... So this is a dead end. Okay. So we do still have steps, so that's another orange. Should we just follow the orange? There's purple that way, but I guess since we're in orange, we should just go orange. There's a red, yellow, red. We'll just go orange. So this is a library. Oh god. I should probably be keeping, because I'm guessing the rooms are static as well. What was this? Orange? And purple, orange. Okay. This is a library. Okay, and then this has necklace. Pearl necklace and bunk bed. Bed and bead is perhaps, that would be an A. Okay. Anything else in here? I mean, we can go up. Presumably there's another Morajai box. Is there literally a Morajai box in every single room? Oh, great. Hold on. Okay, what do you have? We need to get blue, which means we need to convert orange into blue. Wait, what's the rule of pink? Pink is rotate, right? Okay. Then we... I mean, this is... Okay, what's the best way to rotate these? You just... So, orange gets converted by whatever the majority around it is. This should be, like, enough to solve this, right? This should be... Oh no, what have I done? There we go. This is library. What's Ah, jeez. It's gonna be a multi-layered thing. Because you have the letter per room, you have the word per room. Then you have the letters in the hallways, which are actually colors. What's in the box? So what's in the library? We have a red here. And then red there. And then a blue there. Okay, well, we're going here. This is the cloister. Cloister of Arinda. We have, a comb. And a cob. This is the letter M. You have anything else? Okay, hold on. Can we open you the way you're supposed to be opened? No, it seems like not. Aw, disappointing. And then there's an orange down here. Now we have to open your box. How many? We have to open like 45 boxes. Oh, man. Okay, so Koreka's orange. So we actually cannot convert these oranges. We need to keep them. That's fine. We just don't click on them. And then the pentagrams are red. So when we click on this red, it will convert the black into red. Otherwise we can only rotate using pink, and then we can shift using the black. And then once we convert black, we can't use the black shifting anymore. Okay, so we need a... Okay, hold on. Hold on, so we need to, in order to do anything, we need to start shifting. Okay, so we do have... So the pink, we can't have pinks in the corners. We need one pink there. Orange. Then we need... Oh gosh. Okay, we have two oranges on the opposite sides of each other now. We can't have the pink in the middle. Okay. We need orange there, but then we need to figure out how to... We need to separate this orange, or this red, from the other oranges. Well, that's, like, not quite it. It's, like, kind of getting there. Wow. Huh. He's like, you can do that, but as soon as you shift them, they lose their color. So it's just gonna involve a lot of moving. Look, we need to separate. Okay, this orange and this red. That's good. And then there we go. Okay, this is fine. We need to rotate. Oh, this orange is like not quite where we need it to be. Or the black is not quite where we need it to be. Hold on. Okay, so if you just keep the bottom row, okay, let's just not move the bottom row anymore. We just shift you. And we just do that. Okay, that's not quite it. That's almost it. Hold on. We just need these to be swapped. Hold on. Just a little bit more. There we go. I mean, that's not quite it either. Hold on. Do that again, but then move that over. Okay. Hold on. There we go. Right? There we go. Okay. Oh, man. Left. I will just need to remember the order that I went into these rooms. So we are if that's the library, then this should be like the edge of the map. Should be red here, right? Maybe it would have been tactical to get farm steps before we got here, but we didn't do that. But we are outside. Okay, so that is closed off. That's red. It's reds all the way down except for like a purple. Red. 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 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're an orange. What the colors mean, I don't know. Why I'm keeping track of all this information, I don't know either, to be honest. Presumably it's going to be important. So here's a storeroom. Although the storeroom is actually like, if this were part of the house, it wouldn't be accessible from anywhere else. Oddly enough. So these are horns. And these are thorns. Okay. This is a T. And then you have your own Moorish eye box. Okay, we need to make everything red, which when we click on red, the black will turn into red. So then we won't be able to use it for for black movement based purposes anymore. So I don't know if we need to... do we need to convert orange into pink? Or do we convert orange into black? Because I think we need to convert orange into pink or else we just can't move it anywhere, right? We can't do any movement unless... I think it needs to be pink. Just go over there. Have fun. Yeah, you're fine. And then you just hang out there, and then you convert. Cast. So the last word's gonna be cast. 51. That's the storeroom. This is the pantry. Yeah, it's a blue. Okay. Another box. Who could have imagined? Okay, we have a harp and... Is this harp and sharp? Is it? Unless it's like spear and... It better be harp and sharp. And then we do the box. We need to get them to be blue. This is orange. All right, is this purple? Because purple goes down whenever you use it. Oh, we need to get movement to occur. There we go. Now the middle is... Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing, but it's fine. I mean, you can actually, if they're both, if everything is purple, you can convert things pretty easily. Darn, actually. Now that I think about it, as long as the middle's purple, you can make blue purple. Yeah, okay, that's fine. We. Okay, so this is a red. I kind of want to just go to like the very end of the hall and just see what happens. Just see how much tracking we have to do. Okay, let's see. So we start with, so here's the entrance hall. Here's red, then yellow. Yeah, the steps are fine. Then another red. Oh, great. There's green too. Then an orange. Into a hallway. Into a music room. Wrote that on the wrong spot. Okay, orange. Orange. Purple. And then it just kind of ends. What is this? Oh, this is ballroom. This is foundation. Does it just end here? Wait, is this area actually shorter than I imagined? No, there's just no wall here. Wait, what? Why is there no wall here? Just doesn't continue? Huh. No, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I need to keep track of things better. We're just gonna go to the end because it doesn't cost any steps. Here's a furnace. Here's a pump room. Here's a dead end. This is definitely something that I need graph paper for. I should probably get graph paper. This is fish tank. Yeah, this seems like something to use graph paper on. Okay, oh yeah, because this used to be the old antechamber. I remember now. There was a message about it. Is this chapel? Orange. The pool. I don't know which rooms I want to go in. I kind of lost track of everything so far. Hold on, I'm gonna go get some real graph paper, and I'll be back. Wow, hold on. There we go. Wow. Hi. Okay, I'm back. I have my heavy duty industrial graph paper. You wanna, yeah, there we go. Oh, yay, paper. Okay, hold on. Now I need to make a grid. But I need to make sure it has enough space so I can actually write things down. And I have Sharpies that are different colors that we can use for color representation. If I'm just making sure there's enough space for everything. Yeah, this should have enough space. So much better. Tiny little pieces of paper. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh man, we have a lot to do. There's so much. Okay, we're gonna go back to the beginning. I can find it. Oh no. Oh gosh, am I lost? Oh, okay, we have to go this way. It is kind of a maze. Wait, am I going this way? Yeah. This is where I was. And this is the straight path. Okay, this is... Oh man. This is the rough draft of Mount Holly. Okay, we're going to the very beginning. Going from here to there counts as one step. Okay, we're here. We just hold on. The house is a 9x5. So much work just to sketch out some lines, but it'll save us time in the long run, maybe. Okay. So we start by using a step, because apparently going from there to there counts as a step. Okay, so our first room was entrance hall. On one line, we write entrance. Hold on, I need to get my Sharpies. So the printed note in here, so the letter, we need to figure out the order. So we do the name of the room first, then the Morjai box had the note that said lies. And then the missing letter was an E. Okay, and then we do colors. We do colors on lines between the rooms. Actually, oh man, there's a better way to represent this. Oh no, I need to draw this again. I'm stupid. Do I even have enough space to do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could do a better job, I say to myself. There we go. Okay. Oh man, what a mess. Okay, hold on. We can do better. I wasn't representing the hallways as their own spaces, but they technically should be, conceptually. Because the actual shape of the hallway labyrinth probably matters. Okay, hold on. Start there. I don't know, should we do in multiples of 6. Hold on. Yeah, maybe this will work. Oh man, but we need slightly more space on the paper. Hold on, I'm I'm a pro gamer. I know what I'm doing. But then we don't have a hallway on the edge of the map unless we do. I don't actually know if we have a hallway on the edge of the map, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not gonna have enough space, am I? Because I'm dumb. 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I just 1, 2, 3, 4? I totally don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna die. Okay. How are the hallways laid out? Where? I don't even know where I am anymore, to be honest. But there's the entrance. And then it just goes all the way over. And then it kind of goes on ad infinitum. Kind of. I'm just seeing if there's anything to the right once we get over. Yeah, that's pretty far. And there is some doorway that makes us go further. Or not. Or not. Does the right end? I wasn't counting. Okay, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna go back to the entrance hall. Look, okay, we're being thorough. Although I am going to need more steps to deal with all these rooms. If there's 45 rooms and you need to go both in and out of each one, that's a lot of steps. Which one's room? This? The pantry? Two, 3, 4, 5. Then we open up that doorway. The bottom right is storeroom, right? To be honest, I don't remember what letter it was, but we wrote it down. The letter is T. And the note, what did the note say? The note said cast. And then the room next to it is pantry. The pantry has openings on this side and the other side. So we need to make sure that those lines are open. Pantry. And then the note for pantry was we, I think. W-E. And the letter was S. Okay. And then this hallway here, that line did not exist. Can't go that way. This is entrance hall. Okay, entrance hall had openings on this side, that side, and then not actually the front for whatever reason. And it was entrance. Well, the letter was E, and the word was lies. And then we're not stepping there because we lose steps if we go there for whatever reason. Okay, we're just gonna do this one row at a time. In the next room is this, the maid's quarters, the maid's chambers, and the conservatory. Okay, we write these down. We write them down. The maid's chambers has an opening on this side and then presumably that side unless it gets closed off. So we're not gonna definitively write that down yet. And then this way is conservatory, and then that's a dead end. So we mark that down. This is conservatory. Do we do anything around the conservatory? Just green and green. And we can access there and there for maid's chambers. Okay. In. We're doing a partial map at a time, and then we're gonna progressively add stuff to it. Okay. And we have a drawing room. Wait, where am I? Here's maid's chambers. Okay. We have a drawing room here. That's a hallway. Go into drawing room. And opens up into that hallway. Oh, man. Blueprints is definitely not a stream game. Drawing room. Okay, and that's the layout. Let me go over here. This hallway, that's a dead end. And this is bedroom. I should also start maybe marking colors. So there's a green here. Get green Sharpie. There's one green here. There's a purple there. There's a green there. Yeah, that's conservatory. There's a green here. Also, there's a dead end here. And I think, yeah, there's a green here. And there's nothing in the start. And then between the conservatory and the maid's chambers, there's a purple. Fortunately, my purple Sharpie is like slightly sad looking. Okay. You know what? Okay, we're gonna do conservatory. We're gonna go inside. We have bear and ear. The letter is B. Presumably. And then we have this Morajai box. Okay. Nuance. This is nuance. Nuance is green. Which means we need to convert orange into green. Go. Hopefully this just kind of works. Hopefully we don't have to worry too much about these pieces. Okay, we actually just bring those down, baby. Sure, maybe this should be fine. Who cares about orange? All that matters is converting these colors. How do I do that? We just need to get one green to go south. Okay, and then we need another green to go south. You know, this is definitely possible. Hold on. Do that. There we go. Okay. Of. The word is of. And I'll screenshot, because why not? Okay, that's the up for conservatory. That's 2 steps. Here's maid's chambers. It's clog and cog. L. Presumably. So the letters of the last line, of the bottom line, are B-L-E-S-T, which is blessed. Hashtag blessed. Hopefully that's correct. Hopefully our letters are correct. Right, because it's bear and ear. B, then L. Then entrance halls, can and cane. I don't remember what was in the pantry. Okay, we need to convert these into pink. No, these are Araja. These are orange. Or purple. We need to get... How do I do this? How do I convert these oranges? There you go. You're a purple. And then you're a purple. You're a towel. You're almost okay. There you go. V. And then the words of the bottom rank are of the lies we cast. Sure, we'll go with that. I'm just gonna fill out the colors of the remaining areas of this rank. I didn't fully do that. Did I really just go the very long way? Yes. So this is yellow. This is going to be yellow. This is orange. All right, here's gallery. Let's write down gallery. We already did this room. For gallery, we have W as our letter. And then our word, I think, was seek. Yeah. And I took pictures of the stuff in the room in case those matter. Which, who knows? And here's orange. Here's red. And yellow. Red. Red. Yellow. Oh man, what am I doing? This is pantry. Okay, we rewrote that down. That's good. This room, did we go into it? This is library. Okay, library had the letter A. And the word was what? What's? What with an apostrophe S. If I remember correctly. If I screenshotted it correctly. And then this is cloister. One between these is red. Oh, too much going on. And then the word here is left. And the letter was M. And then down here is blue. Ah, jeez. Yeah, so here's storeroom. We did this. We just have orange here and red there. Red. And then the wall just kind of continues forever. Okay, so the next... We didn't actually, like, finish this rank. Oh, okay, fine. We'll finish this rank. Gallery. Because we didn't do drawing room. Oh, man. Okay. Pie. And pie. So it's an E. And then we have modern art. We have fancy Squidward. Okay. Wait, can we interact with you? No? Okay. There's no gates in here. Is there a Morage box? Yes. Okay. We need to get these to be purple, which means we need to convert oranges. Oh, we're dead. We can't win. Whoops. We need to keep 2 of these purples up top. Ah, okay. You need to keep 2 of the purples up top. That's good to know. You know what? This just works. Doesn't this just work? Is this fine? Okay. We. The word is we. We would like to play. We seek what's left of the lies we cast. We go up here. Here's the maid's chambers. here's the bedroom. This is where the magic happens. We have a dock and a gate. Like a lattice. It's a boat. Okay, I don't know. I'm not immediately coming up with something here. Boat yard. I'm trying to think of other words for this. Oh man. At the very least, we can take a screenshot of it and then come back to it later. Here, okay, we need to get it to be green again. Okay. In order to the only thing we can do first is that. That's the only first move we can make. And then the only follow-up move we can make is that, which means now we need to invert colors. Actually, we could have done other things. Now that I think about it. Hold on. Oh, this is fine. This just works. Past. Okay, and then we didn't figure out the letter. What Gate? Gate, if this is gate, then this would be like a short thing. It's like arch. Trellis. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. Can't think. Oh, okay. We do need Blessing of the Monkey. Like, the main house has nothing. We don't care about it. But we're probably gonna have to come back here again because of steps. Banner of the King. Oh, I did choose blueprints. Ugh. Probably have to come back here because of steps a different day, which means just need to sleep in the secret passage and then coat check watering can. Probably. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Like docks. Doki dokis. Here's bedroom. This is purple. Okay. New line. We've moved on to a new row. Words are purple, orange, 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 orange. Purple, purple, orange, orange, orange. Purple, purple. Yeah, because there's no walls actually interfering with seeing things. So that's good to know. This is the whatever it's solarium. Solarium. Color outside the solarium was purple. Then I guess we might as well go in. Ah, geez. It's a arrow card. It's a horse. The thing about cards is that, oh man, what are these? Okay, it's a horse. Oh, hose. Horse and hose. Card. Is this could be a horse or a gate or an animal? Card or a moon or print screen. Okay, we'll figure it out later. Okay, we need to convert the colors into green, which we actually need to do a conversion because we only have 2 green. Yeah, so we need to get... Okay, we need to get these colors to be next to each other. Or we need to get an orange to be on an edge and then surrounded by 2 green. But we can't, like, really move the green too much. You know what? Maybe we can. Maybe we can. Maybe it's just that easy. And then we can drop you like you're hot, right? And drop you like you're hot? Yeah, okay. And your word of the day is through. Okay, okay, okay. Horse. Oh, the number here is 17 on the card. Moon. Moon and moron. That works. I think the letters are. Yes. Okay. I don't know. Not gonna spend too much time on it. That's purple. Just checking the outside. That's... Oh wait. Oh, this is shaped a little bit differently. What did I say? Purple? Yeah, okay. One. Oh man. Oh, and then we'll go up later. That should be a dead end, yeah, okay. This is just hallway? Just like basic, the Y-shaped hallway, the T-shaped hallway. Here's purple. And I guess we go in. We have lamb and lab. M. Okay. Like some of these letters are a little bit easy, presumably, and then others I have no idea. We need to convert. Wait, how do we get more blue? Wait. We only have 3 blue. How does this work? Hold on. If we convert... Oh, the blue just disappears. Hold on. So white, when you click, it turns into gray? Oh, not quite. It does a thing. Hold on. Okay, we gotta figure some things out here. Hold on. We need to make a new blue. So how white works. Aw, man. Oh, okay. So it does a... This is a little bit tough. It does a... the things near it. But we can only do those conversions. Aw, we're dead. Okay, we can't do that. So we need to turn white into gray while keeping the center white, and then turn one of the grays into a blue. We're just gonna... There you go. That works. But as soon as you click on the blue, it's gonna... As soon as the yellow gets up here, we can't interact with it too much more. Okay, but if we turn off you... Nope, that doesn't work. Right, that doesn't work because of... Yeah. This one's a little bit mean. Let's see. So if we just... Yeah, because it turns itself off and its neighbor off. And then you do that. You turn yourself off and your neighbor off, and then you do that, and you convert. And then you're no longer white. You don't actually, like, work properly. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, we need to keep the middle white. Oh no. Okay, how to do this? We're gonna restart. I think moving like a blue up might be useful because we can't do much with the yellow later. Then we do this. You're gonna convert, and then you do that. Okay. And you just do that. Ta-da! Lantern. Okay, the lanterns are very specific. Through lantern. Okay, apparently the lanterns are important. Which makes sense, because they exist. Your color is orange. Oh wait, I forgot to write down this color. Green? Okay. The lanterns will light the path. Yes. Oh no. What is this insane puzzle? Yellow, yellow, orange. Dining room. This is orange, this is dining room, and it does enter up. Okay, and then our words are, there's farm, and it's orange and range, I guess, orange and range. Oh. Take a screenshot just in case, because I'm not positive. Okay, then we need all these to be orange, which means that we can't click on any of the oranges, because that would convert them. Although I guess we could convert a blue into an orange. That'd be kind of fun. I guess at some point we do need to... No, we need to convert a blue... In order for anything to happen, you need to convert a blue into a pink in order for any shuffling to occur. Almost there. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more, please. Come on. Just work it. Come on. You know what? It works. Light. Lantern light. You know what? Lanterns do have light. I'm gonna go this way. This is an orange. And this is Another hallway? Ah, jeez. Wait, no, that's the way I came from? Wait, that's the way I came from. I think we spotted that. Okay, this is red. And this is a wall. That's orange. That's a wall. This is not a wall, and that's red. Wall, not a wall. And then this is another. Oh, is this like East Wing Hall or something? Yeah, that would make sense. That's what it looks like. And then your color is red. Well, oh man, there's so much of this. Red. Observatory. So we have spear, which we've seen this. I think it represented sharp earlier. What's the? I'm trying to remember what the tip of the shoelaces are called. Unless this is just like lace, and then can we do anything in here? Probably not. But just in case. The mechanics don't work. First of the T. I just don't remember. Tip of lace. An aglet. Aglet compared to spear. Ah. Print screen. Let's go. I have no idea. Okay, we need to convert into blue. Okay, so purple can't move. Unless we use green to move it. The only way to get green to move it. How do we get green to move it? Oh no, this is fine. We put black in the middle and then we can move other things. Okay. We do that. And we bring you here and then you move. Okay, not bad. Your word is in. Through lantern light in blank past, we seek what's left of the lies we cast. Oh no, they're rhyming. This is a red. This is a dead end hallway. East Hall. More boxes. So this is a gear / cog. And this is a cob. Wait. Cob and cog don't... They don't work that way. Hold on. There's more going on. Oh, it's ear and gear. Okay. It's ear and gear. It's G. It's a G? Oh, we need to do the white thing again. We need to do the white supremacy. So if we convert you and then we convert you. Man. Oh yeah, we can do rotations. Hold on. This might end up being important. Okay, if I click, if the whites are next to each other, then they will kill each other. But we need to not let that happen. But it's a bit rough. Okay, how do I get... Might have made a mistake. You know, actually we can kill you. There we go. Now I just need to... Oh, there we go. Ta-da! Shadows. The lantern light and shadows passed. We seek what's left. The lies we cast. This is the lavatory. Aw, man. You telling me it's important? We've done 3 rows. Of presumably 9. Aw, man, buddy. Here's lavatory. Wow. There's a horse and a seed. It's a steed and a seed. It's T. We don't even have to go in for that. But there's a box. And then we have a red. We're being left on red. You know, I might not have enough space on my paper. Oddly enough. And then the color here is purple. It's like, which words matter is part of the question. Like, what actually matters? Here's another purple. Like, on one hand, I should go ahead and do the more Jai box. But there's also like 30 more Jai boxes to do. Here's a music room. And then inside we have signs. Like a signpost and... Can't really see the other one too well. Anyway, this is another purple. Purple. Purples are there. Purple. Orange. Orange. This is corridor. Corridor creeper. There we go. Where did I go? I've lost it. Corridor. This is an orange. Also, orange between music and corridor. And then orange between corridor and dining room. And here's a green. Was there another side of corridor that we could access or no? Okay, we just can't access the rest of this hallway. order to access the rest, we need to go up. And around. Aw, man. You know what? Okay, fine. We can... Where am I? Here's dining room, which means that this is corridor. You know what? Fine, we'll just do corridor. And go through it, which will make life easier, hopefully. And then there's a green here. Okay. Order, we have fight and spear. Spar and spear. A. Or E. Spar E. Yeah. Spear has shown up 3 times. One of the times it's probably not going to be the word spear. We just need to do a basic conversion. The question is, how much do we actually need to, like, do? Because, okay, there's no mechanic that lets us move things from left to right, except for the green. So, like, anything in the middle is going to stay in the middle. Which means we kind of, like, need to... Does yellow do anything? No, yellow doesn't do anything, right? I don't think we can get yellow to do anything. So yellow just stays here. So it's just a matter of what we do. Actually, no, we can get yellow to do stuff if we do this. Yeah, okay, that's how this works. Pass. Yeah, we're gonna go here. This is green. That's a dead end. That's more dead end. Okay, so green, dead end. This is a dead end. Here we go. And here's this. That's orange. This is foundation. I don't know what matters. Like, if you need to go along a certain path... Oh, that's a pot. That's cooking. Oh, the other word was pot and post for the music room. Yes. Okay. Presumably. That's my guess. That's orange. Go down this way. This is orange. This is trophy room. Orange, orange, purple. And this is kitchen. Right? Maybe. Where am I? Orange trophy. Okay, mark that down. Write that down. Here's the trophy room. Next to the trophy room is the break room. In between is a purple. Or billiard room before it got converted into break room. Purple. And dead end path. This is West Wing Hall? Yeah, West Wing Hall. colors. Okay, purple. I keep forgetting. Purple. West Wing, also purple. There's so much purple on the left side of the map. West Wing. Next to West Wing is orange. Next to billiard room is also orange. And then orange. And across from billiard room is Nook. Tom Nook. Here's kitchen. Okay, hold on. Let me just double check. And then between here, yeah, there's purple. Here's green. Okay, we go into the Nook. Or maybe I didn't need to do this, but whatever. We have rook and crook. With a C. And the box. We need to make them green. Wait, no, we make them purple. Wait, that still seems so difficult. We need to make the orange into purple. And then we need to make the blue into an orange into a purple. Means the orange needs to be in the middle. And at some point this happens. Hold on. Okay, so pressing red doesn't do anything. Pressing red is not helpful. We just need to get it out of the way. So the only thing to do to start with is either move blue because middle is black, or we can use green on it. We need to get orange into the middle, and then we need to get blue next to the in this spot. We need to swap these spots. How do I get orange here? So we do this, move you. Move you. Move you. You. Still move you. Move you. We can drop you and drop you. Okay. Wait, this is still not good. Hold on. We can do this. And we can do a conversion. We can do a hop swap. Hot swap. Okay, now blue is purple. Blue is purple. Then we move orange to the corner. Then we do that. And now you're purple too. Okay, this is better. This is better. We we do that. Then we do that. And then we... Oh wait, what am I gonna do with the black? How do I get the last purple out of here? We can't click on red. Okay, get red out of here. We don't need it. Maybe. Like, you can always drop that purple. Don't drop that. Don't. Drop that. We move the black out, and then we drop, and then we can do things. Okay. Rain. Ah, great. Something about rain and the nook. You know, raining in the reading nook sounds kind of nice. So let me just, if we go here, and then we go here, and we go here. Then we go up, and then here's the kitchen. Can we even see what's in the kitchen? That's green. Okay. I thought I don't know. I might have failed part of my geometry earlier. We have pie and pier. Oh, it's pier. Brittany S. Spears. Okay. Fourth row, word is crest. Bottom row, word is blessed. But like spelled B-L-E-S-T. Which is maybe used just to get it to fit. Hashtag blessed. Okay. Second and third rows, we didn't get all the letters, so I don't know. Oh, it might be among. Among for the third row. Among Us? I don't know. We'll figure it out. I could have gotten some things wrong as well. Oh, jeez. This is orange. Oh man, they give us more oranges than we need. There's one bonus orange, which we might need to use to convert something. We just need to get one of these oranges down here. We could convert the blue into a yellow. Is that a good idea? How do we get, okay, how do we get, we need to move oranges to the left. How do we do that? Wait, actually, how do we do that? How can we move an orange to the left? Because yellows are vertical movement. Oranges are transformations. I guess, okay, what we need to do, the only way to do something is that. We need to get a green into the middle in order to bring an orange into the left. That's the only way to get an orange left, is by using blue as a green. Okay, and then after we do that... Well, I can't, like, drop you anymore. I guess there's an intermediary step that we need to do. That's part of what we need to do. We probably just also need to convert something. We do that, and then that. And then, like, we can almost do this. Hold on. If we do that... No, sorry, restart. Restart. What did I do? Okay. Do that. Do that, do that. Da-da-da-da. And do that. And do that. And then do that. That, do that. Ta-da! Okay. 2. Oh, that's a great word. Rain to pass. I gotta wait for the rain to pass. In the kitchen. Dead end. Was this the corridor? Spar? Music room was an S, I think. That's a pot, and that's a post. Yeah, we already did that. We did the letter for that. We have to wait for the Wayne to pass. Okay. What am I doing? We go in here. Okay, we're just gonna do the box in here. We can probably do like half the rooms. Have I really been doing this for like an hour and a half? Oh man. Okay, well, we need blue. There's no conversions, it's just moving. So in order to move the purples, Is it even possible to get a pink to get into the center? I don't think so. What am I trying to do here? Okay, well now the pinks are stuck. Well, are the pinks stuck? They're kind of stuck forever, I think. Yeah, the pinks are stuck forever. Okay, we're probably... Oh, man. Okay, so we need to get this pink out of here, which the way to do that, the only way to get it out of here, I don't think we can get the pinks to be next to each other. At least feasibly. We can do that and then do that. But I don't think that helps us. I kind of don't think that helps us at all. Oh, I forgot that we can use blue for anything that's in the middle. You know what? I kind of forgot about that mechanic, huh? How can we utilize this? Yeah, if we can get, actually, you know, if we can just get green to go in the middle. What am I doing? I'm making life more complicated than it needs to be. Green goes in the middle. We swap sides, and now we can just do whatever we want, right? Presumably, we swap. Ah, what have I done? Oh man, okay. Thing is, I don't know, swapping like this isn't actually that helpful. What am I doing? I've lost it. Okay, so you... I don't know what I'm doing. We're gonna... I'm just pressing buttons. This is like kind of it. Except... the blues won't do anything. Okay, we can move a piece south. You know what? This is it. Okay, there we go. Oh, the is a great word. The is a stellar word. Very useful. Very, very sublime. Now we go into the laboratory. We need to pass the blank through lantern light. And here's steed and seed. Oh, we have to do a combined color. So I guess part of the question is... so we need to get a yellow to be in the bottom left. Which is like technically not challenging to start with, but then we need to convert other things. It's just what do we turn orange into? It's perhaps the biggest question. Another thing is one of our first moves has to involve raising or lowering one of the green sides. Oh, well, if we just have you there, and then you just hang out. You just have fun. You just bing chill. You know what? You can be yellow too. Why not? You can be black, sure. We can do as much alteration as we need now. Kind of. This is probably enough in order to solve the puzzle. Are you in the right order? No. Oh, you can kind of swap it. Kind of. Wait. Hold on, just do the swap. Hold on. Okay, you're correct. Just get you there, and then we move you up, and then you're fine. Okay. Light. We need to get the rain to pass the light through lantern light. Wow. Pass the light through the light. What a poet. Anything in the toilet? Passing the light through the light. Oh, wow. Here's lavatory. The light in lavatory is red. Okay, we've done 4 rows. And above lavatory is a dead-end hallway. With yellow. Haven't really had yellow in a while. Above that is spare room with a red. And in spare room, we are blind. We can't see anything. Above spare room is rare with parlor. Or sorry, red with parlor. Where am I? Spare room. And then, yeah, in between is red. And then next to it is pink. Parlor. Parley. Then next to spare room, ballroom. In between is purple. Below is yellow. Oh, you have columns. Then in between foundation and there is red. In between foundation and ballroom is orange. Okay. Oh, there's the box. Let me see the things in here. There's notes. There's music. There's a snail and a sail. The letter is N. In the spare room. It's a pig. Or is that a boar? Boar? Boar and music. Huh. Let me just make sure I have enough space in my paper. So here's parlor. Here's den. The den is den shaped. That is good to know. And the color is purple. And then next is something. And I've run out of room on my paper. No. Well, whoops. Aw, their color is here too. Well, we'll worry about the top later, I guess. So colors are red, and then red, and purple. Okay. There's too much to do. Slightly too much space on my graph paper. Oh well. You're a den. Here's the parlor. Ballroom and spare bedroom. Oh man. I don't even know where I am anymore. You know what? Okay, I might actually just end stream. This is just kind of a lot of tedious stuff. And if this is kind of like what Blueprints is like turned into, it's... Aw, man. We're like not even halfway done. Aw, jeez. Just a lot of the same. Like, it's very cool. It's just also... Like, why? I don't get it. I was enjoying this game so much for 75 hours. And then the last 5 or 6 hours of it have just been not fun. I don't know. I feel like just kind of withered a lot, which makes me sad because this game's been so good. I was hoping that this would just be like some cool climactic experience where it's just kind of like I don't know, kind of like the end of The Witness, where it's just like a culmination of all the puzzles you've learned so far and you can just kind of do them in like relatively rapid succession. And then this is kind of a culmination of the puzzles you've done so far, but more like it's just It's just a big old repeat of stuff you've done, but then there's a lot of work to go into it because you have to take a lot of notes about where everything is, presumably, like about all the colors. And then it's also a maze, which may or may not be important, and you have to do the picture comparisons again, and then you need to do 45 more Jai boxes. Are you kidding me? Like, why? This game was so awesome. I've loved this game for 75 hours. And then it just... I sat through doing homework for this game. It made you learn the history of an entire new planet. Because the final exam was actually kind of fun, but learning about the history of the world in order to collect 8 realm runes, which didn't do anything for you as soon as you collected them, that was... I don't know. I feel... Like, there are some people who just say that this game is game of the year. And like, and I just feel like, I don't know, they didn't go the full way. It's like, it makes me sad because I enjoyed it for so much of it. So I want to say it's a good game. It's just like the last part of it's not. Like, I can't say in good consciousness that like, that the game has a good late game at all, which makes me sad. Oh, here's passageway, which is kind of cool. I don't know. It's like if you had you entered a relationship with someone and you had like a wonderful few years together, and then like the last few months have been like kind of horrendous with them, and then they've been like abusive towards you and everything. Like, what do you say that that's a good relationship? Like, some people would say like, well, you played that. Oh, there's a box here. You can kind of see it through the wall. Some people would say like, well, you've been together for 4 years, so you guys must love each other. You must be a good relationship. Like, that's how some people think about games. It's like, I don't know, like, you played the game for 40 hours. What do you mean you hate it? But it's like, I don't know, like, does the fact that it ended poorly mean that it's not a good game? It just doesn't end well. It's just so disappointing. Like, the beginning of the game and the mid game are all so fun. Like, because the beginning of the game is like you're learning the roguelike elements. It's like, we gotta get to room 46. Right? We gotta get to the antechamber. And then, but along the way you encounter like little puzzles. It's pig and pie. Hold on, I don't even know where I am on the map because I'm not taking notes. I'm just exploring. Because it's pig and pie. But we're just going north. Oh, here's the parlor. Okay, so we're going this way. So, I don't know, I'm kind of rambling on about my thoughts of the game because I do want to kind of consolidate what I'm thinking about. But, oh man, this is... Like, it was so good, and then it just fell apart. In the end, I feel like this game could have ended 40 hours ago, and it would have been a magical experience. But it kind of dragged out. And they just got worse over time. They gave you homework. And they added grinding to find hints. The blue memos are garbage. Like, that's such a... I guess that's a Morjai box. I don't know if you can open that door. You can try opening it. Although, what's past there? Like, is this the end? Hold on. Where am I in line with things? I'm just figuring things out. Is that's a chapel, so either that's the end or... No, this is aquarium. So this should be rank 9. Hold on. The chapel seems to go further. See if we can just find something. The chapel's just shaped in a way. Unless it's just a hallway. If it's just a hallway, then... Okay, fine. Now I'm saddened. I'm just saddened. Because it was so good for so long. And then it just faded, like, kind of quickly. I feel like it didn't need to. It just decided to end a lot sooner. But maybe the dev just had too many ideas that they just wanted to put into it. I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna say it's a bad game. Like, this is just my experience with the game. But I don't know. These different people have had like many different experiences. Like, a lot of people kind of hated the game from the start because they're like, man, I like puzzle games, but there's too much RNG, which I can understand that. Like, if it's marketed to you as a puzzle game where you have, generally in puzzle games, you have like 100% control over what you're doing. Whereas like the roguelike RNG makes it so that you don't in this game. Can we just open this? Yeah, I guess you just need to get here in a certain path in order to open this door. And in order to figure out the path, you need to read all the messages. I don't know if you need to go through doors in a certain way. Maybe you do need to go through doors in a certain way. Like, if you can only go through a certain color of light, that kind of seems like what the puzzle might be. The puzzle might be just to go through a certain color of light. Which is why you need to map out everything. But that's really tedious. Like, that's conceptually really cool. But it's also really tedious. Like, if it was just mapping out colors, then sure, that'd be kind of fun. But you need to not just map out the colors. You need to also figure out 45 different rooms of more Jai boxes, plus 45 different picture pair comparisons in order to figure out what the message is, in order to figure out what you're supposed to do with the lantern lights. And like, that's way too much, because it's fine in the early game when you're doing that, right? Because you're doing other things. A large part of the issue with the late game is that once you start doing something, you're only doing that one thing. You can't do multiple things at once. Whereas in the early and mid games, like in the early game, you gather things to do. Like, you gain more things to branch out. And in the mid game, you're following those branches. And then a lot of those branches die for kind of no reason. Like, the payoff is like maybe a trophy, but like usually not anything important. Like maybe a floor plan that doesn't do anything. Or yeah, like an achievement trophy that also doesn't do anything. Oh man, the rune realms are so... As soon as the rune realms appeared, I just got instantly tired. Because the game wanted me to do homework. And I was expecting the reward for getting all the sanctum keys in the rune realms. I thought the reward would have been something awesome. And it's like, here's a trophy. Congrats, you're better than 76% of players who didn't get the trophy or whatever. Like, I don't care about that. I just... I wanted something cool to happen. But instead it was pretty disappointing. There's no busts in here. We're not busting. Oh man, so it's is that a banana? I can't see. Banana and horse. Is that a pepper? Is that a claw? I can't. Oh, whatever. We'll use this step. It's a leaf. I think that's a leaf. Leaf and horse. I don't know. Just a lot of the late game is just so tedious. The entirety of Blue Memos is like conceptually maybe kind of interesting, but also who playtested that? Like, no one playtested the end game, I'm pretty sure. Which makes sense, because it's the end of the game, and you need to pretty much, to get there, you need to have done a lot of other things. And so, like, the user experience of playing the end game is a lot different than playing the beginning of the game. But, oh, man. I don't know, my thoughts are a bit erratic because I'm just also wandering these halls randomly. I'm just upset. I'm upset. And then it annoys me when I like see a few discussions on Steam. People are like, I have some gripes with this game and I wish some things were better about it in these ways. And then other people are like, this is an entirely new, unprecedented genre. It's a piece of art. And it's like, your experiences are invalid. And it's like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, people are feeling negatively about the game in certain ways, and it's like there's a pretty consistent portion of the player base that feels negatively in certain aspects. Oh, there's only like one blue lantern. There's legit only one blue lantern. Huh. I don't know what that means. And there's like 3 white lanterns and like a few green lanterns. And mostly like red and orange. Obviously the lanterns have something to do with this. It's like, you're really gonna go and say that people's experiences are invalid? Like, people are allowed to not enjoy things. People are also allowed to enjoy things. People are allowed to wish that certain aspects of the game were less grindy. Or like had less random aspects to it. Like, they're like, if you want to propose changes to the game, those changes might not necessarily be good. Like, that requires playtesting and formulating and all types of design decisions, as is standard. Players always want changes in games, and players don't always actually know what they want, but they feel a certain way, and then they think that they have a way to resolve that feeling in a satisfactory manner. And whether or not they actually know how to resolve that, that's a different story. But like, the emotion of the player isn't something that you should just disregard. And it annoys me when people defend the game and say that the players' experiences are invalid. It's like, players are feeling a certain way for a reason. Now, for the most part, I love this game. This game has been great. But it's so much is annoying. Like, getting hints for puzzles that you completed 30 hours ago is aggravating. It's so annoying. It's like, you really couldn't have made it so that the game is smart enough to know what hints to give based on how much you've completed. Like, having to grind 45 days of treasure trove memos in order to get all the notes is actually horrendous. There are 45, there's maybe actually 46 different treasure trove memos you can get. You can only get like 1 per day. Forcing that upon the player, I hate that. That is so, I hate that. It's so grindy. The blue memos are all so grindy, especially because if all the blue memos were useful and interesting, that'd be nice. Because it's like, okay, you don't really need to grind the blue memos. It's just like, every day you get like a few blue memos and they give you cool, interesting things to think about and like paths to explore. But in actuality, 90% of the 50 blue memos are useless pieces of garbage information that are more aggravating than helpful. Because they're literally not helpful. It's just random garbage lore about the game that no one cares about. And then 5 of the exactly 5 of the memos are useful out of the 50. And the thing is, you don't know which 5 are useful. And so if you just encounter 25 of the 50 memos like I have, and you read them and they're like, wow, none of this information's useful at all. It's like, well, there's no point in looking up the blue memos. And that's just a bad experience for the player. Not all the puzzles have like proper hints, especially in the late game. I feel like some of the puzzles are obtuse in the late game. I feel like the castling thing, it's kind of obtuse. It needs like earlier hints. The whole clock being not 12:25, but actually 12:26 is actually incredibly annoying to me. I feel like if you want the answer to be 12:26, then you should also accept 12:25 as an answer. Because obviously if a player's inputting 1225, then they know what the puzzle is about. And if you know what the core of the puzzle is about, then you should give the player that solution, in my opinion, as a designer. But oh man, it's annoying. Like, there's a difference between challenging puzzles and things and like obtuse puzzles. Like, I don't know, as someone who's worked in escape rooms before, it's like some puzzles are like genuinely like fun and challenging, like in a way where it's like reasonable for a player to be able to solve the puzzle eventually based on information that they gather. And then other puzzles are just obtuse, where it's very much just figure out what the person creating it was thinking, or you need to find something in a specific way that isn't normally reasonable to be able to find. I'm just ranting a lot. And a lot of the end game kind of feels to me to be the latter, where it's like thinking about what the designer was thinking the answer to the puzzle should be, rather than actually being able to reasonably figure it out on your own. Like, I don't know, getting the water for the watering can, getting it to be still water, and then having to go into the moonshine shack and only being able to get still water there. That's stupid. That's so why? I don't get it. Like, I don't know, like, yes, I guess it's still water because it's from a distillery. But you know what else is still water? The water in the fountain is still because it's not moving. But that water doesn't count for reasons. I don't know why one particular brand of water counts. I don't wonder why Fiji counts, but not Dasani. Although in this case, they're both Fiji. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. We're gonna leave. This is too much blue for one person. I entered this room. I was like, I just lost 4 steps. Oh, how did I lose 4 steps going from there to here? Oh my gosh, I lost 4 steps. Are you kidding me? I lost 5 steps. That's so... The pool. Like, it maps out some of it. But, like, none of this mapping out matters, right? As far as I'm aware. I was hoping that this would have been some really cool staked claim, 2.2 acre plot. I was hoping that this was gonna be some cool end sequence, but instead it was just like an hour and a half, 2 hours of just writing notes on paper, and we're not even halfway done. And the thing is, like, having 2 hours of doing that would not necessarily be bad. Like, in the early game, all the pair puzzles were fine, right? Because they were interspersed among the rooms as you were doing other things. That was completely fine. Like, there was variety in action, because you were kind of actually solving something while doing other things. But in here, it's just do the puzzle. It's just like, do 45 math problems. It's like 45 more Ajay boxes. Are you joking me? Are you kidding me? Like, having the occasional more Ajay box in the rest of the game was fun, because it's like, oh, it's a fun little break from everything else. But it's just, this is not fun. This is a chore. It's like, your end sequence can't just be brute force do 45 of the same thing over and over again. That's not interesting. This could have been so much more. I feel like they just didn't play test. Like, I don't know. Like, I can't say how the design experience went, right? Because that's too presumptive. And of course, like, designing a game is challenging, right? And it requires a lot of testing. And I don't know, like, how much time they had. And the thing is, like, things could have been in a worse state, and then this is how they had to solve problems, right? Like, people make fun of bugs in games all the time. And, like, on one hand, like, that's fair because you're paying for a product and you want it to work properly. But on the other hand, for the development side of things, like if you encounter a bug in the game, it's not like that, wow, how didn't the devs think of this? It's like the devs probably know that that's there, but on the list of 100 things that they had to fix, that was number like 78. And so that kind of just got ignored. Actually, the list would probably be more like 1,000 things that they had to fix depending on the scope of the game. It's like, do they want to fix that one bug in that one instance that like messes things up a little bit, or do they want to make the general play experience of the game better? And there's only like so much time and money and like resources that you can sink into a project. And I don't know, like I'm just ranting about design in general. Aw, man, what am I doing? Like I like thinking about this stuff, especially when I work on my own projects, but this was, I don't know, this was such a disappointing. Now it's like actually like the last 7 hours of the game have just been disappointing, which is so sad. Like it very much just once, like I actually skipped like the 2 puzzles, like the 1/2 puzzles you're supposed to do in order to unlock this room, because I was miffed and tired about other puzzles leading up to this point. I was like, I don't know if there's stuff left to do, and it turns out there's stuff left to do. In order to unlock that stuff left to do, you have to do other tedious and obtuse things. Like collect still water. And find a vault. And find the room 8 key from the gallery, and then also find the vault, except the vault doesn't count as a blue room. Even though it is a blue room, where is it? The blue room, the vault, I don't know, where is it? I can't find it. The vault, it's a blueprint, but based on this, it doesn't count as a blueprint. Or at least statistically, it seems like it doesn't count as a blueprint, just like the blue throne, which we had problems with, doesn't count as a blueprint. And so if you're specifically searching for blueprints, it won't show up, because only blueprints will show up, but it doesn't count as a blueprint. And you don't know that it's not going to show up until you come to the statistical realization that, like, okay, after 150 polls, the vault hasn't shown up. Therefore, I guess it's not a blue room, because it's a rare blue room. However, other rare blue rooms have shown up at least like 20 times within those 150 polls. So the null hypothesis does not stand. We're going with the alternative hypothesis with like 99% certainty that it doesn't count the way it should, which is annoying. That's an annoying bug. Like, that doesn't break the game, it's just annoying. And that just worsens the experience. And then there's whatever accessibility issues, which personally I haven't had to deal with because I'm not like colorblind or like language blind or anything. Like, I don't know how this game's gonna get ported to other languages. It seems really impossible to do so, honestly. Like, are the words not actually, the words aren't actually attached to the blueprint. They're just hovering. I don't know if it's because there's like an extra pane of glass in front of it, or if it's because the words are like their own game objects. You can see that they're also like at a different resolution. Do the words count as their own? Yeah, maybe it's just because like this is like a whiteboard that's overlaid on top of it, which is like conceptually kind of cool. I kind of like that idea. Oh man, I'm just ranting at this point. Then there's dare mode and curse mode, which may or may not be fun, but I'm not looking forward to ever doing them, because the last however many hours of this game have not been enjoyable. And why do I keep playing it? I keep playing it because I'm hoping that it gets better. I'm hoping that it gets back to the point that it was, which was the whole point of this zone, was to hope that the game was going to be enjoyable again. Turned out it was just, it was new and interesting for 5 minutes, and then it just became extremely boring and tedious. I'm sad. I'm just sad. That's probably my sentiment towards the game, is that I just feel sad about it. If you play 40 hours of the game, you'll probably have a great time. But it's like, at what point is the game over, I guess? And if you're trying to like go through all the way, like on one hand, you need to be driven enough in order to get this far, unless you just like look up everything on IGN, which honestly, I don't fault players for doing, because a lot of the stuff in this game makes kind of no sense. Or doesn't make like a reasonable amount of sense. A lot of it's over hinted, and then a lot of it's, well, okay, some of it, a few crucial things are under hinted / not referenced in a reasonable way, I would say. The prism. Actually, does the prism matter? Green, violet, yellow, red, blue, orange. Did I take a screenshot of this? If I didn't, I will again. Is that, oh, is this the color sequence that you need to go in? That would perhaps make sense. But there's only like one blue light. The blue light district does not exist. Oh, whatever. We had fun. I don't know if I'm gonna play this game on stream again, which makes me sad. I wanted an actual conclusion to the game and not just have it end. Like, because we've been playing this game for over a month. But I'm just tired. It's just been tiring. And I have not enjoyed it the last several times I've streamed. Which makes me very sad. I want it to be fun, but it's not. It's just simply bad, in my opinion. That I've laid out for very specifically within the past half hour. Although kind of in a rambling way, not in a succinct manner. Oh man, who knows? Whatever. Thanks for joining. I guess we'll call it a day. That route, if that layout changes, which I'm guessing it doesn't. If it changed, I'd be so miffed. Mount Holly, the pitiful bungalow. Well, that's... Oh, please don't tell me I needed to put the watering can away. Please don't tell me that I needed to do that. Now that I'm thinking about it. Aw, man. Anyway, I guess, I don't know. Thanks for bearing with my rambling. I hope you had a fun time. Oh, man. It was fun when it was just dartboard puzzles and figuring out words and just wandering around a cool house. And then it just became not that. But yeah, thank you for joining. I guess I'll figure out what I want to play in the future. But yeah, thank you. And until next time, bye.